Welcome to Wingin' It with Wingo with me as your host, Derek Wingo, where we're bringing Gator Nation closer to their athletes through weekly deep dives and into player stories with exclusive behind-the-scenes access. Welcome to Wingin' It with Wingo with your host, Derek Wingo, brought to you by Florida Gators. We're able to give insight and behind-the-scenes access on player exclusives, get to hear from a bunch of different special guests, and just kind of what's going on out in the sports world. All right, I'm excited to have Tre Wilson on later on in the show. But you got your fun fact. Got a little double one for you today. Lots of history was made in last week's game. First true freshman to score 5 touchdowns since Trey Burton in 2010. Actually, a little bit coincidental. It was actually against Kentucky that Trey Burton scored those 5 touchdowns. And as well, it was the first time in Florida history where 2 freshmen started together at quarterback and running back. Pretty cool experience. Love seeing those young guys kind of go out there and compete and get to do and play the game that they love. All right, as you can see, got my Ricky P jersey on today. I was super excited to see my guy back out on the field this past Sunday with everything that he's just been through, going through, being able to just keep his mind in the right direction, right? Being able to get back healthy. Got to see his growth here at the University of Florida and just everything he was transitioning to the NFL. What a just amazing guy. That's a true example of just one of the Gators that's in the NFL that just does everything the right way. So I was super excited to see him out in the field. He got to have his first NFL catch this past Sunday. And excited just kind of see what he's able to do this next upcoming season in his future. All right, we'll get right into it. The Kentucky game. Huge win at home, right? Sold out crowd, night game in the SEC. I mean, that was one of the most amazing experiences that I've been a part of. DJ Lag being able to have his first SEC start with his amazing performance. And then Jaden Ball, 5 touchdowns. I mean, we were losing track of how many it was going throughout the game. That was pretty amazing. Seeing both of those guys just go out there and compete. And then, Ball, I actually get to lift with him in the weight room, and the kid's just an animal, right? Squats over 600 pounds. I got to see him a little bit in the spring game of what he could do, and now finally being able to have a ton of those touches this past game, doing an amazing job. These young guys are just, anytime they touch the field, are able just to step up and do exactly and more of what they've kind of been able to do. All right. The defense, once again, got to shout out my defense, with the amazing job, with everything that's been, transpiring these past few weeks. Ton of 4th down stops. That to me goes back to just the weight room and the off-season training and program. Shout out to Team Miles and those guys. They do an amazing job. And it just comes down to when you get to like mid-season, your body's banged up, you're hurting a little bit, and that just goes back to your training, right? All those different exercises that we do and still do throughout the season to be able to just make sure it's keeping your body right and just, your strength program overall. I mean, that shows when, you're on that 4th and inches and you're just, holding on the goal line. Certain things like that go a long way, and it definitely is starting to show up on Saturdays. We'll talk about the interceptions, right? 3 big-time interceptions, Devin Moore, Triquez Bridges, and Cormani McClain. I do have to say this is probably one of my favorite Florida Gators moments of all time of me being here. When I tell you, so what was going through my head, I'm sitting there watching Cormani. He's closest to the sideline right in front of us, and we all saw it coming. We saw the ball thrown, Cormani break on the ball, picks it, right? He's running. The entire sideline's going insane. He turns around before he's even in the end zone, looking back at us. Guys are already on the field before he's even in the end zone. Throws the ball. Lambo leaps into the north end zone with all the fans. I mean, when I talk about we cleared the benches, helmets were off, everyone going down there to cheer him on in the end zone. The entire team was down there. Flags were flying everywhere. The refs were running there trying to pull us back, the strength staff, everybody. And Coach Nape talked a little bit about our identity, right? Not being the type of guys who are taunting other players and doing all this excessive stuff, but to go out there and celebrate with your teammates. And that's exactly what we did. We were celebrating with our teammates. So he definitely can't be mad about that one. I was super excited to be able to just, see Cormani, how far he's come, and just, buying into the program. And it's starting to pay off. It's starting to show with the amazing athletic ability that he has. And, just overall, what an amazing night to be able to do that. Got to celebrate it in the locker room after. I don't know if you guys got to see the video, but Trey Smack coming in there and, "You like that?" And that's just the coolest thing from Kirk Cousins when he did it, and Tre always get to do it after a win in the locker room with all the guys, and everyone gets all pumped up and excited. So that's pretty cool. All right, so we're entering the bye week, kind of very similar to what it was last time, right? We have a couple days of practice. We do get some days off, and then it's all just about kind of recovery, doing some fine-tuning kind of stuff, getting the body right, and then just, fixing those mistakes. I mean, that's how it goes, especially in the SEC and just football in general. How can you get better each week? So it's amazing to have a bye week, just to be able to have that time to get right, get in the film room, get in the training room, recover, and then just prepare. So now we have 2 weeks to prepare for Georgia, that game in Jacksonville. Obviously, everybody knows, super rivalry game, and just love that atmosphere, right? Split down the middle. You see the blue side and the red side. And that game's just, it's an elite. That's the game you look forward to throughout the entire season. So I'm super excited for that. That'll probably be a 3:30 kickoff game down in Jacksonville. It always is. And then just the history. We've had the opportunity to speak to Brandon Spikes a lot, who obviously is a part of the team and a part of Gator Made, who's always at practice, and he constantly just stresses, right, the importance of, how hard you're working each and every day, and the importance of the rivalry and what goes on and the history that comes behind that game. I know everyone's familiar with the huge hit that B Spikes had in that game back in the day. So I'm super excited for this one. It'll be a fun one. Get to have these 2 weeks in the bye week to be able to just recover. But when we come back, we'll have Tre Wilson on the show to be able to talk about just, his past and his experience so far at the University of Florida. Welcome back to Wingin' It with Wingo for episode 7. Got a special guest with us here today. Tre, I'll let you go ahead and introduce yourself.
What's going on? Eugene Tre Wilson, sophomore wide receiver from Tampa, Florida.
Most people don't know your first name's Eugene. Most people just call you Tre, Eugene. So now I'm going to start calling you Eugene instead of Tre all the time.
Yeah, third generation. So, got to make it simpler with Tre.
All right, so we'll bring it back. I love to do this with the guys, kind of just bring it all the way back to the past. I guess it wasn't too long for you. Talking about like your recruiting, what made you stay here in Florida, choose University of Florida, and just kind of stay at home.
Since I, had the offer from Florida, I kind of had my mind made up, just growing up, being a fan of, Florida Gators, and you've seen it from the Swamp Kings and the Netflix documentary. You can see, like, them boys are swagged
out. That was
a
deciding factor, the Swamp Kings.
Not even that, because it came out when I already came here, but, just falling in love with their culture and just the way they play ball and just handle their business every weekend.
Yeah.
I just want to be a part of that and, bring that back. So
absolutely.
Just kind of have my mind made up, really.
Yeah, that's why I fell in love with it, too, and I'm sure plenty of other people do as well. You got to come in with Ricky Pearsall. Right, I'm wearing my Ricky P jersey today. You got to come in with him and some of the older guys. We got to have Chim on last week. Talk about kind of your relationship with Ricky, right? Getting to learn from him, get to just experience everything that he went through and just kind of knowing that he was a vet guy and did everything the right way.
I really just looked at him like a role model. Coming in, everything was so easy because he took me under his wing, and I really appreciate him for that. It was really just like a 1-2 punch once we got things rolling.
Oh yeah.
And he was able to help me break my ice real quick.
Yeah, so I know Graham absolutely loved having both of you guys out there on the field. I got to have Graham a few weeks back. Graham having surgery this week. Obviously, I hope everything goes very smoothly and well. And we talked about just like the leader that he was and everything that he brought to the table here when he was able to come to the University of Florida. So it was amazing to have him. I know you were super excited to have him as your quarterback. But last week you got to have DJ, right? DJ for the first time, getting his first SEC start, leading that. What has that been like, seeing him grow and kind of being about have him as your quarterback?
DJ's always just had like this type of swag to him, and for him to go out there his first SEC start and just really put on like it wasn't nothing. I don't think it's too much pressure for anything that DJ got to go.
It's like playing ball in the backyard.
Yeah, but you put on his high school tape, put on his college tape, it looked pretty
pretty similar.
So. It's pretty exciting, and it's just getting started, really.
It's pretty cool to see, like, when the younger guys, and it looks like you're just playing backyard football, just going around, tossing the ball around, having fun, and just, playing ball, the same game you've played your entire life and that you've kind of loved doing. All right, on the back of your backplate, you have the YAC. Most people don't know. I know we all know, but most people don't know. Explain kind of what that is, what kind of inspired you to put that on there.
Well, for those of y'all that don't know, YAC, it means yard after catch, and obviously, We're not just trying to get the catch through the yards through the air. We trying to get some more after that. But pretty much it's kind of like a mentality thing, and it's not necessarily you don't really got to do with football only. It's just kind of like strive for more in everything you do in life, and I just kind of want to let that be a word that kind of gets catchy and all that throughout the facility, throughout all the games with nationally soon, hopefully.
Yeah.
So
No, that's pretty cool. I saw it was controversial on ESPN. They were talking about like a bunch of the NFL receivers, like Tyler Lockett and some of these guys who kind of catch the ball and they just like fall to the ground and protect themselves.
That's their money maker.
Trey's not doing that. Trey's trying to get upfield and get the extra yards. The yak. All right. So last year you had to have a pretty cool experience. Got to throw out the first pitch from one of the baseball games. How did that even transpire? And then how was the pitch? I didn't get to actually see it.
So I had phone calls with my friends and my dad and all them before that day, and I was letting them know I'm gonna break the record. But
for the speed?
Yeah, and it's different because I was warming up, on the side and all that. But I got up on the mound, and it's kind of like coming down.
Throw it down.
I threw that jump straight in the dirt. Hey, I forgot what it was, but it was like in the 40s or 50s, rolling on the ground. So I mean.
Still pretty good.
Yeah, I ain't tripping on none of that.
You're prepping yourself all, getting warmed up for it.
Yeah, but I also threw it like a football. I realized, like, I can't grab it. You kind of got to, like, grab it with, like, the 3 fingers.
The little seams.
Sidearm that thing, but.
So you can't be a pitcher anymore. No, that dream's out the window.
Nah, I could do anything on that baseball field. I really want to.
You played baseball when you were younger?
In the backyard.
Backyard baseball, right. That's it?
You ain't see me in T-ball.
All right, so we'll get into some more football stuff. Sanford week. You got to play with DJ again that week. You had your 85-yard touchdown run.
Oh, yeah.
They said you reached 23 miles an hour. I can't run that fast. But what was that kind of like? What's going through your head when you're just running full speed towards the end zone with just tunnel vision to it?
Well, I mean, just like regular sweep, just like,
just green grass.
Getting at least 5-10 yards, but I seen that opening, and then I seen one more opening, and I took it, and I remember it seemed like I was running forever because I started getting tired, and once I started getting tired, I had to look up at that big screen, see what old dude was at from behind me. See, he was kind of,
So you're just running, look up at the big screen and be like, gotta run a little faster.
Creeping up a little. That was the first time I ever had to look up at the big screen, though, so that was a pretty good experience. But, I just kind of started swerving a little bit, figure 8, and,
It just ended up working out.
Ended up getting in the box, and I actually had 2 of my first, like Pee-wee team I ever played for. It was with a couple of my homeboys back from Rhode Island, where I'm originally from. And they was at that game. When I came in, you could see me point.
So it was pretty cool.
And it was right to them guys. I seen them going crazy. So, instead of doing all that celebration and all that, I felt like that was like a real moment to have, like, saved with them.
Pretty surreal getting to experience that. Graham talked about last time his superpower he wanted was to be as fast as
I seen it.
As fast as you.
Nah, I'd want super speed too, because everything slowed down. You just take care of what you need to take care of in that little amount of time.
No, that's pretty cool. All right, another thing that we always like to talk about is your welcome to college football moment. Shamar talked about his moment was running down on kickoff and getting smacked. It's a little bit different for a wide receiver. Did you have a welcome to college football moment? Maybe it was a DB.
I'd say the same thing. Georgia week, I don't know if you remember that slant route or Duke.
I do remember that.
So pretty much I just came up off a little hazy, and what I do is I just kind of look in, kind of freeze, the corner, get him on his heels a little bit. Whole time I didn't realize they was robbing.
Safety was sitting there waiting for you.
They was robbing. He was waiting for me. Yeah, I went right into his trap. I mean, I caught the ball, I ate it, but I was feeling that jump.
That one.
I was feeling that jump.
That was the welcome to SEC ball.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, that's a pretty cool atmosphere down in Jacksonville. That game's coming up soon. We're getting into the bye week and then going to that. I'm excited for just the atmosphere. You talked about all the cool stadiums that we get to play in. We got to play in Tennessee's. Cool seeing all the checkerboard stuff. The Florida Georgia where it's split down the half, right? The blue side,
that's my favorite part,
the red side. Is that the game that you're looking forward to this year?
Yeah, most definitely. And I remember last year, Billy G, our receiver coach, he had mentioned, as a freshman, I'm not really expecting. I don't really know what to expect. And he had brought up, going over that bridge on the bus, you see the stadium, and you just get chills. And, I kind of brushed it off. But once we actually came over, the bridge, I actually got chills.
Looking down, I have goosebumps.
Yeah, like it was wild. So I just know I had to get right that game. You know, it was just a moment, you know, too big to just, you know, pass up.
Yeah, absolutely. I know I'm looking forward to that one. I'm also looking forward to Texas. That'll be pretty cool. I've never been able to get to go to that stadium, but you know, definitely the Florida-Georgia game, just the rivalry and everything that goes behind it, the history, and then just being on that big-time stage, being able to make all those plays and being excited for it. All right, bye week's here, right? We have practice throughout the week, and then we get some days on the weekend off. What is Tre Wilson doing? What are you kind of getting to get your mind off football for a little bit?
You know, really just spending time with family. My people's back at home. You know, just going to see my high school, see what they talking about, see, you know, see if they got any more, you know, guys coming through, coming out.
Recruiting them up here.
Yeah, you know, Tampa's only like an hour and a half, 2-hour drive from here, so it's pretty convenient for me. There's nothing really too much. I like to go bowling with the guys.
Bowling?
Yeah.
Do you have your own bowling ball and all that?
Nah, I have to get right. I be using them little stiff bowling balls, but I be getting right. They ain't trying to see me.
It's funny. I see when Jason Marshall, they come in, they have their ball and their shoes.
We had this one. What was it?
The team
event.
right
before camp.
Yeah, we did the team event that was bowling.
Was it like all the DBs? Not all the DBs.
Most of the DBs.
The old heads. It was the old heads. You came and won?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I got my own.
The old heads.
My team won, actually. My team was the one that won the whole tournament.
Graham Mertz, I'm calling you out on this. He told me he could bowl, and we was on the same team. He cannot bowl. He may be good at golfing. He told me he'd be good at golfing, but Graham, he need to get in that bowling alley.
Get the bowling lessons.
Yeah.
All right. We'll get into the kind of fun part that I do with each one of the guys. It's the rapid fire questions. Be prepared. I don't let the guys see some of these, so we kind of just go with them. All right. So 9 questions in 90 seconds, brought to you by Florida Victorious Tre Wilson. Let's do it. All right. One superpower in the world, what would it be?
Super speed.
Super speed. As fast as Graham Mertz. Secret hidden talent.
Dang. I'm a quick adapter.
Quick adapter. And bowling.
And bowling.
All right, game's on the line. What route are you running?
Slow go, slant and go.
Slant and go.
Everybody gonna bite on that slant. I'm going.
Celebrity crush.
Ooh.
Careful what you say.
I got a lot of them. I ain't gonna lie. Salma Hayek always been one of my favorites from grown ups.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
Hold on. All right, next question.
All-time favorite wide receiver.
Right now, it'll probably be Jalen Waddle, but all time, Randy Moss.
Gotta
He the greatest of all time.
Gotta be. Go-to spot in Gainesville. Food spot.
DoorDash.
DoorDash?
It don't
Where you
matter.
DoorDashing, bro?
Change it up.
Whatever's the most recent or closest.
Depending on time of the night, whatever.
All right, you could pick any quarterback. Well, I'll give you two options. Tom Brady or Pat Mahomes as your quarterback in the NFL.
Mahomes.
Pat Mahomes.
Tom Brady, he's
just old.
precise, but
He's an old guy. Always getting on the old guys.
nah, it's not. It don't have to do. But like Pat Mahomes, you see what he just did? Man, smack
Ran
that
the buddy over.
Yeah, like he really extend plays and he precise for real.
Yeah. Best dancer on the team.
I like Jacoby Jackson. He be getting me teed.
Jacoby Jackson.
He don't really do too much. You just get the shoulders into it and then
Gets you going.
Yeah.
All right, celebration after a big time catch or TD. Go to.
Just whatever I'm feeling like, whatever whatever these
It's
shoulders
like the first down.
It's a lot going on with the gun situation, so
Yeah,
we
can't
do
do
none
all
of those.
All right, so we haven't had the best luck with some of the draws on our team, but we're going to put you through the test.
Let's do it.
You just got drafted, first round. You're in the green room, whole family's there. What teams you get drafted by? You can pick any one.
So this is who I'm gonna draw.
Yeah, you can pick
I gotta pick
anyone.
some easy jump. Let's go with Green Bay.
All right, he's from Tampa. He just got drafted by the Tampa Bay Bucks.
What?
He's in the green room. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Their logo.
Can I look up
Nope, can't look it up. You got 30 seconds on the clock.
30 seconds? You
Tampa Bay
gave me
Bucks.
the hardest logo.
I'll give you a hint. It's like a flag.
Yeah, I know it's a flag, but like, hold on.
It's all right. It can't be as worse as Shamar's gator that he drew. Here we go. All right, 10 more seconds.
I messed up, but it's not too bad.
All right, then you got to show the people.
I ain't trying.
What you got? It's not too bad. You got the sword going with the whole.
Yeah, not too bad.
They'll approve that one. You just got the big.
You can tell what it is though. That's Tampa Bay Buccaneers right there.
Yeah, looks good. I like it. It's better than most, so we'll go with it. Sign your name with it.
Oh yeah, we can do that.
There we go. Tre Wilson's Tampa Bay Bucs logo. Love it. All right, perfect. Cool. Once again, obviously this isn't possible without Florida Victorious, with everything that they do for us to just allow us to have a voice, allow us to have fun, do things and have opportunities that we wouldn't normally get to do. Tre, thanks again for taking the time just to kind of, answer some questions, get to see a little bit about you, your experience here at the University of Florida. That's pretty much it. Episode 7, thank you very much. Wingo out.